Welcome to qnawire.
In this problem, we want to create antiprotons by colliding protons together. So it's this reaction here where two protons collide, and then the two protons survive the collision, and as a result, there's that uh, energy that was added is enough to create a proton and an antiproton. So you have to have enough kinetic energy uh, to allow those rest masses to form. So the problem considers two cases. One is a head-on collision. The other is where the incoming particle hits a stationary particle. So it wants you to find the minimum kinetic energy to produce the proton and antiproton in those two cases. It wants the energy that each beam has to have. So uh, in this case, first case for the head-on collision, the masses are equal. They have equal and opposite momenta, so the whole thing comes to a stop. All the available energy goes into the creation of the new particles. There's no kinetic energy left over. So in that situation, the total energy for the incoming beams is just the available energy divided by 2, because each beam contributes half of it. And it's a total conversion, kinetic energy and available energy. The available energy already subtracts out the fact that these protons survived. Um, so the available energy we need to create those. So the proton and antiproton have the same mass, but I'll just say mpc squared plus mp hat c squared divided by 2. And that is, since the masses are equal, that just becomes mpc squared divided by 2. So this is just the rest mass of the proton. So each beam needs to be contributing 938.3 mega electron volts. So the rest, the protons, the original protons survive. So what we're really saying is that K has to be 938.3 mega electron volts. So each beam's protons, the protons have to have that energy. We're not talking about the whole beam, like all the protons. So then it wants you to find the minimum kinetic energy for a stationary target. So that is this case where you have mass of the proton uh, so the final system, so you have like an MP, and then you've created a new MP and anti. Sorry, this whole thing is moving with momentum P1, so you're losing a lot of energy to the final system having a potential or kinetic energy. So in this situation, we're dealing with this, so we have to use let's see. So this is equation 44.9. Let's see the no sorry, never mind. I'm just adding up the rest energies here. So mp c squared. So this is rest energies from before plus the proton that's created plus the antiproton that's created. So here I'm just with this term, I'm just accounting for these surviving particles. So then equation 44.10. So this is a special case where there's a stationary target and the masses are equal. So it's kind of like starting near the end of the calculation, since you don't have to derive this and impose the conservation of momentum constraints. So right, so the reason I have 2 here is because we're creating two of the protons. Or I mean, we're creating a proton antiproton, so it's mc squared plus mc squared. So we get 2 of them. So I kind of skipped this up. I already substituted in what we needed. So then so because those are equal, that becomes 4 mc squared on the left hand side. Two mc squared em 2 times mc squared. So this is 16 and this is 2. So this becomes so we got 14 divided by 2 mc squared divided by mc squared equals em. So em equals 7 mc squared. That's not our final answer, because we don't want to find em, we want to find k. So no, em is the kinetic energy plus potential energy. I kind of like in part A, I kind of like glossed over that. I kind of accounted for this intuitively in part A, but here explicitly, that means that K is EM minus MC squared. So that means 7MC squared minus MC squared. So it follows from that that K is 6MC squared. So it's 6 times the rest mass energy. Whereas up here, it was just the rest mass energy, right? So K equals MC squared for the equal and opposite beam. Here, it's 6 times as much. So that's really what the problem wants you to see is how much less efficient in incoming kinetic energy it is to be hitting a stationary target as opposed to equal and opposite beams. So this becomes it's approximately 5,630 mega electron volts. So okay, we'll just call it equal. It's in the decimal place. It's almost that. It's just very slightly off.